Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime and go time. Episode number 413 live. And welcome to this week's edition of WCW Starrcade. And boy, are we going to take some feuds and rivalries and tip them to their boiling point tonight with Tribute to the Troops, the very first stream preview for the Shark Tank, the inaugural stream preview for YTD Academy. This Sunday night, tomorrow night, less than 24 hours away, Tribute to the Troops is ready to rock and roll, and it is going to be a thrill ride of an evening. But tonight, we're going to heat things up just a little bit in the kitchen. We're going to turn the heat way up. We have 9 smoking matches tonight to lead us right into tomorrow's Tribute to the Troops, and 5 championship matches. As a matter of fact, we're going to start the night off. We're going to set the tone with a championship matchup. It is a brand new championship. Well, actually, to be fair, it is not a brand new championship. We'll discuss that in just a few moments. We, of course, have some things to get through. We have the dirt sheets. We have, of course, our co-host with the most is ready to get invited onto the broadcast. He's sitting in anticipation. The great Glenola, ready to join episode number 413. Welcome, Glenola, to the show. Appreciate you being here as always.
Howdy, howdy.
And I was just about to say we have a brand new championship, but you and I both know it is not a new championship. It is actually an older championship that we used to utilize back in the Archiverse 1.0 days, and it just sort of slowly fizzled out. I have revived it. I did redesign it slightly. I didn't change too much of the main design because it was a very popular championship in the time. Just things transpired, and that division just kind of took a back seat until it just fizzled out. But anyways, we are reviving it. And it is the Junior Wrestling Championship division. But this time it is cross-brand. It can be fought over by Starrcade Superstars as well as Wrestle Wars Superstars. And it is not for any one particular championship belt. If you win that championship, you can challenge for any championship belt. If you are part of a tag team, you can even challenge tag team champions. Once you make your choice, the championship is vacated, and there'll be other superstars that will go to battle over that championship belt. But we're going to see it in action tonight. It's going to set the tone for the evening, kick things off with a bang. And then we have 4 more championships later on in the eve. Some faction wars, some great epic matches are going down tonight. But how was your day, Glenola?
Slept most of it.
Slept most of it, indeed. So nothing new and interesting?
Not really.
How was your pudding?
Oh, that was good pudding.
What kind of pudding was it?
Chocolate.
Ooh, homemade chocolate pudding is the best. Of course, this time of year, you start to see weird things coming out like plum pudding. And I wonder, though, plum pudding does not have plums in it. And things like that bother me. You know? Things like that bother me. I tend not to eat things that claim they are one thing, but if you don't have the particular ingredient, I just don't. Plum pudding should have plums in it, should it not? Plum suggests plums would be in the food. I mean, I realize it's not plum jam, it's not plum jelly, but I mean, wouldn't it be like calling it ice cream when really it's a bag of sugar? I mean, why does it have to be so confusing? Why does it have to be difficult? It is not plum pudding if there's no plums in the damn pudding. I mean, you can't call vanilla pudding chocolate just because you prefer chocolate and that's what you want to taste. If you want chocolate pudding, you gotta eat chocolate frickin' pudding. I don't know.
Actually, Arthur, nowadays you can call anything whatever you want, and people just have to believe you.
Fair point. Perhaps the vanilla pudding identifies as chocolate pudding. Who are we to judge? But yeah, silly things like that they drive me nuts, really. But anyways, my day, most of my day was spent cleaning the house, and then of course I had to go. I ended up having a short shift today. It was only like a 5-hour shift, and I hate those shifts because you get to work and there's a ton of things to do, and you now have 3.5 hours less than you normally do to do those things. It really is annoying. And not to mention, you wait around all day just to go to work for a few hours. You know, so
if it's like most places, you have 3.5 hours less to do it in, and about 5 hours more to do.
Right. Exactly. That is exactly the way it is. Not even gonna lie. But I mean, aside from that, day was all right, and I've got the day off tomorrow, so I mean, I can't complain a whole lot. So anyways, before we get into the show, I'm going to just run down some things on the dirt sheets I was having a look at. I'll of course check out a couple things from the dirt sheets. Then I will get the show on the go and continue the dirt sheets before we get into Between the Ropes. Is the plan. That's what we've been doing lately. It seems to have a better flow of things rather than spend 25-30 minutes talking about dirt sheets then starting the show. When, of course, people, start pouring in a little earlier these days. So, as you can see, people are already here. I'm almost tempted to just start the damn show now and get the dirt sheets going once we get the show on the go. I think that's that might not be a terrible idea. People are coming in. They want a show. They are here for the vibes. They want to get that electricity flowing. So I say we start this thing off and get this bitch started. What do you think?
Fire it up.
All right, I say without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Appreciate everybody for being here. Welcome to episode number 413 here at the Archivers, and welcome to WCW Starrcade. And again, without further ado, episode number 413 live. Let's go.
Together we will grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support for one another's endeavors. With the said with Stephen West.
There we go.
Together we will grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support for one another's endeavors. With the said Stephen West. So Titan G87. Together we will grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support for one another's endeavors. With the said with So Thirchverse. Together we will grow strong and our communities.
And here we go. 9 matches, 5 championship matches, and the boiling point is going to be hit tonight as we are less than 24 hours from the very first stream preview over at the Shark Tanks. The inaugural stream preview for YTD Academy tomorrow night. Tribute to the Troops is going to kick off. Stay tuned. Pay attention to the Archivers Discord because we may have an early start time tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss out on any of the action if you can avoid it. But it may be an early start time tomorrow night, Glenola. Just so you know ahead of time.
Awesome.
Which would be nice. But in any case, first match of the evening, as we were saying, is for the Junior Wrestling Championship. This is a triple threat lockdown matchup for the Junior Wrestling Championship. And as I said, this championship was a championship that was revived. It was a championship from back in the Archivers 1.0 days. It's been changed up a little bit. I've just redesigned it slightly. And now it is not for any one specific championship. If you win this championship, you can challenge any champion on the roster. If you happen to be part of a tag team, you can even challenge for the tag team championships. Once you have cashed in your opportunity, that championship becomes vacant, and the next set of superstars will then go to war over that championship belt. But
one question, are we still doing the rule where you either have to defend that championship or cash it in?
Yes. If you do not cash it in, you still are required to defend that championship like any other championship belt. So we are still continuing that rule, yeah. Good. But Joe Link, what's going on? YT Shadows in the house. All right, so without further ado, let's get the first match of the evening underway. It is for the Junior Wrestling Championship. It is a triple threat lockdown matchup. It is going to be a fire match to set the tone for the evening. Are you ready, Glenola?
Fire it up.
Fire it up. Can you say it like they did in The Crow?
Fire it up. Fire it up. Fire it up.
Caw, bang, fuck, I'm dead. All right, here we go. First match of the night.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh, good God. It is Tony Stone, The Miz, and Bruiser Brody. Triple threat Archerverse lockdown match. Let's go.
The Miz may want to watch his back for a while.
He gets a little bit... yeah, you noticed that.
He interfered in a match yesterday that probably
yeah, you noticed that, did you?
interfered with.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I thought that is probably not the smartest of decisions.
And even if you don't interfere on behalf of the one person,
right?
He gets a little touchy when people interfere with his matches.
And Titan G says his boss here. No, boss is not. I'm not sure if he's swinging by the broadcast booth or not tonight, Titan G.
Oh shoot! I forgot to.
All right. Anyways.
And open those betting lines real quick, Archer.
Oh, we got the betting lines open? Sorry about that, I missed it. I
just got it in there.
Oh, you just did it now? Okay, I was going to say I was literally just about to get into the dirt sheets. Well, I'll get to that right now.
No, I had to close out and not reopen because it wasn't letting me redeem.
Alright, so I'll just be a moment.
And it's 8 matches tonight?
No, there's 9.
9? Okay.
Alright, so who walks out with the gold? Is it going to be The Miz? Tony Stone? Or Bruiser Brody? Who, by the way, happens to be the new YTD Academy Legends Wrestling Champion. You got 5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. Go ahead and gamble away, you gambling fiends. And I'll get into the dirt sheets here and see what's crack-a-lacking in the world of pro wrestling. So here's something interesting I wanted to talk about right away. Just because this is, I've been excited about this for years before it was even, put into stone that it was actually going to take place, because it's been discussed a very long time. It just never came to fruition. But there's this is from Wrestling Headlines, and it is spoilers on the WWE SmackDown World Cup competitors. And I'm real excited about this. I mean, most wrestling fans have wanted this to happen in the WWE for a very long time. And not only are we having a World Cup, we're also going to be bringing back the King of the Ring premium live event, not on an episode of SmackDown or Raw. I'm very excited about that too, but we'll talk about that another time. So, this is published by Mark Middleton. Again, it is WrestlingHeadlines.com. And that is not the article I was reading. Just give me a moment. Why is it coming up with that? What? Alright, so anyways, for some reason it's bringing up something else that's equally as interesting. But anyway, Sasha Banks accused of trolling fans with AEW debut teasers. So Sasha Banks took to her Instagram stories this afternoon with 2 photos to indicate that she is in her hometown of Boston, the site of tonight's AEW Dynamite from the Agganis Arena. Banks' post led to strong social media speculation that she was teasing her AEW debut on tonight's Dynamite. While this fueled the rumor mill, Banks likely is not headed to AEW anytime soon due to her status with WWE, and even if she were signing with AEW, it's not likely that she would spoil the debut ahead of time. Banks and Naomi have been away from WWE since walking out in mid-May, while the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, that was supposed to say while holding the WWE Women's Tag Team. They need to get better editors. But anyways, there have been a lot of rumors and unconfirmed reports on their WWE futures since then, and while it's believed that eventually they'll return to work for the company, nothing has been confirmed. Banks' second photo indicated that she was at an arena or venue of some sort. She captioned the photo with LFG for Let's Fucking Go. Banks is being accused on social media of trolling fans with the posts, knowing what kind of speculation they would bring. I mean, let's face it, she probably was, but I mean, should she not be? I mean, should she not be, right? Garnering that attention, it does lead to speculation, which leads to people tuning into both shows to see what's going on. How is that ever going to be a bad thing? But,
I know.
right? Am I right?
Controversy creates cash.
Exactly. So Banks and Naomi were added back into the intro for WWE Crown Jewel last week, but this was temporary, and it was reported that the wrong intro was used for the event. That's funny. They were not included in the intros that have aired since then. We know that Banks has been in Mexico and other countries training with various wrestler friends in recent months. Banks also took to Instagram last week and teased something significant coming soon, which you can read about. If you were to visit this website, Wrestling Headlines News, and click the link. There's no word yet on why Banks is in Boston tonight, but we will keep you updated. So very interesting. But I mean, even if she was going to AEW, I mean, big deal. I mean, I'll be honest, I wouldn't go watch AEW just because she went there. You know, I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I would not tune in and change the channel just because Sasha Banks showed up.
Exactly.
I mean, again, I don't dislike Sasha Banks. I may not necessarily like how she handled things, much like I didn't care for how BM Punk handled things, etc. But I don't know. It wouldn't make me say, hey, I think I'll watch AEW tonight. Personally. Looks like Tommaso Ciampa is not expected to return this year. This is ringsidenews.com. And Sunil Joseph. Tommaso Ciampa made his main roster debut earlier this year. Since then, he was placed in a team with The Miz, where he acted as The Miz's muscle. However, Ciampa has been missing from the WWE programming for the past several weeks. It doesn't look like we'll see him again for a while. Last month, Tommaso Ciampa revealed that he underwent hip labrum surgery. Now, PW Insider is reporting that Ciampa will be out of action for the rest of the year and will only return next year. Tommaso Ciampa's last match was on September 17th when he faced Bobby Lashley at a WWE live event. With Ciampa out of action, it'll be interesting to see how The Miz will fare in his feud with Dexter Lumis. Ciampa is in rehab, working hard every day to get back into the ring. Only time will tell how long it takes for Tommaso Ciampa to make it back to the ring, but fans can't wait to see him make his return so Triple H can continue booking one of his favorite former NXT champions. I mean, I can't blame Triple H for liking Ciampa's body of work. I mean, he probably in some ways reminds him of himself. I think. In many ways. But I too love Ciampa, so I'm okay with his booking of, Tommaso Ciampa. I think he's doing a brilliant job, or was, for that matter. Here's something from Wrestling Headlines. I'm just going to catch up on chat real quick, see what's going on. Titan G's playing the lotto. Leo King playing the lotto. Everybody's playing the lotto. You bunch of gambling fiends. And Glenola opened up all the betting lines. Joling says it's going okay so far, but it works since 7 p.m. And now he's working for the Archerverse. As per usual, we appreciate his boss for paying him for that for us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it works out great for us, to be fair.
It does.
It does. Cannot complain. Alright. So the Wrestling Headlines, Mark Middleton, CM Punk makes his first public appearance since AEW All Out and jokes about fighting. Well, I would hope he was joking about fighting. I mean, we've all seen him fight, so there's that.
He is a him fighting is a joke.
I mean, I'll be honest, I give him props for stepping foot in the cage. It takes a big set of cojones to step foot in an octagon. So there's that too, to be fair. But, yeah, it pretty much went as I expected. Anyways, CM Punk is still under contract to AEW. Made his first public appearance since the All Out incident last night as he resumed his MMA commentating duties with Cage Fury Fighting Championships. Punk called the CFFC 114 event on UFC Fight Pass with John Morgan from the Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, Florida. Punk, who is still on the shelf with an injury from All Out, joked about the All Out incident. He said, "I've missed you. I've missed everybody watching at home. I missed the fights, but tonight I'm not going to do that," he said. A buyout of Punk's AEW contract has been rumored, and it is believed that he will not be returning to the ring for AEW following the All Out fight. Punk began working for CFFC in November 2018. Well, that was rather uninteresting. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the triple lockdown matchup and new junior wrestling champion from Team YT Shadows, Tony Storm, your new junior wrestling champion. Congratulations to Team YT Shadows and Tony Storm. And Tony Storm can now challenge any champion of his choosing anytime he wishes, but again, the longer he hangs on to that championship belt, he must defend it like any other championship. So he can either use it to his benefit, or he can hold on to that and see how long he can retain. That is up to himself. But I will issue the payout for that. Just give me a moment. Winner of the match, Tony Stone. And there we go, the payout has been issued. All right, on to the next match of the night, ladies and gentlemen, then back to the dirt sheets. And the next match of the night, it is the Gooner from Team Luke the Gooner 94 taking on Austin Theory. This is an Extreme Rules matchup. Who do you guys think walks out with the W in this one? Can the Gooner, the newcomer that has been already making waves and an impact in YTD Academy, can he stand up to the test that is Austin Theory tonight? Can he defeat him? Can he walk out with another W, or will Austin Theory simply school him and send him back to YTD Academy? We're going to find out right now, but what do you guys think? Who walks out with the W?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say the Gooner pulls it out. Not sure why, I just have that feeling.
You got that feeling? It's like a gut feeling? All right, well, betting lines are now officially open. You got 5 minutes to make your bets on who you think is going to win this matchup. And in the meantime, it is showtime and go time. Glenola, matchup number 2. The Gooner versus Austin Theory. Let's go.
And hello, Dedrak.
Yo, Dedrak, what's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. And YT Shadows. I also DM'd you Tony's... excellent. Perfect. Thank you, YT. Appreciate that. Did I miss my match? No, YT Shadows is correct. You are the main event, sir. Joink says, no, you're the main stage tonight, Dedrick. The main stage. The main event of the evening.
I'm just curious how they know who the main event is.
That is a good question.
I haven't seen any releases on that.
No, and even when I started, it doesn't show the full roster of matches, so they wouldn't have seen it, but perhaps they are just guessing, assuming. YT Shadow's sending his boy into training today. 35 wrestling matches he had today. And yet still come out on top and won a championship belt tonight. Now that is formidable. Hey, check that out. 1-1-1-1-1-1. In the chat, I mean. Because there was 11 people and then 111. Who did that? It was Stream Elements. Somebody ban Stream Elements, please. Luke the Gooner ready to rock and roll. Waiting on Austin Theory to get this match started. And in the meantime, back to the dirt sheets. Looks like there was a title change on Impact Wrestling. This is again WrestlingHeadlines.com, and it is Mark Middleton. So Joe Hendry is your new Impact Wrestling What? Hold on here. Oh, I'm just trying to fixate my eyes on the article because I really feel like I'm reading something that isn't there, or at least I'm hoping I'm not actually reading what's in front of my eyes. I'm gonna read this again because I haven't watched Impact Wrestling in a while. I don't know how long this has been a thing, but Impact Wrestling Digital Media Champion. I mean, what? Digital Media Champion. So, I mean, I don't. I mean, what are they cutting? What are they shooting on? Are they shooting each other on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and then just getting in the ring and having a match? I mean, what do you mean, Digital Media Champion? I mean, I would expect AEW to have that. At least they actually have a show on YouTube, right? I would expect that from them. I would expect that from Tony Khan. Digital Media Champion. Alrighty then. Anyways, we're going to get over that right now. I'm just going to pretend I didn't read that. Anyways, tonight's Impact episode on AXS opened up with Henry defeating Brian Myers to capture the Impact. The match saw Impact World Tag Team Champion Heath and Rhino stop. I forgot Heath was over there. That's kind of cool. I'm actually glad he has a place to go over and kick it. And I'll be honest, I think he ends up back in WWE anyways. He just needed to freshen up. He needed to revitalize himself and do something different. That's all it was. He just, for whatever reason, wasn't being given that opportunity, so he got stale. Like, even that whole I've got kids thing, like, that got old real fast. But anyways, stop Matt Cardona from trying to assist Myers. This is the first Impact title reign for Hendry. Myers began his first reign with the title back on July 1st against all odds by defeating Rich Swann in a combat match. a combat match. Glenola, will you please Google that for me? Will you please Google that for me? This article is really hurting my head. Like, it's physically paining me to read this. Digital Media Championship and combat match. I wanna gouge out my own fucking eyes right now. Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, the Impact Wrestling has got a lot going on in the digital media realm, apparently. Alright, moving on to the next article until Glenola brings up that combat match.
You just want details on that match?
I would love some details and how long that has been in existence and what exactly is a combat match. I mean, are they just going at each other on Twitter? I don't get combat match. And I don't get Digital Media Championship either, but, you know. Please enlighten me.
Okay, well, let's...
By the way, chat, feel free to sound off. Am I the only one that thinks that is ludicrous? Or do y'all like it? I mean, if you guys are Impact Wrestling fan, I mean, I'm an Impact Wrestling fan, don't get me wrong.
Okay, that doesn't tell me anything
But
about
Digital
what
Media
that is.
Championship and Dot Combat match. I mean, my eyes and head are bugging the fuck out. Yo, Sir Jack! What's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Look at the villains in here. Dedrick, Sir Jack, Luke the Gooner is in here. Joe Link is here but not here. He's here because his boss pays him to do work, but the work he does is for us. So we try not to say too much just in case he's walking by his boss at a present time where we might be discussing said boss and wants to know why it is he hears people talking in Joe Link's head. And then Joe Link has to explain that he has multiple personalities, get fired.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, you found something. I can hear laughter.
Well...
Wow, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match from Team Luke the Gooner 94. The Gooner, Luke Bomber, is your victor. Congratulations to the Gooner, and congratulations to team number 92 here at the Archiverse, Luke the Gooner. We, of course, made his official team status official the other day. And he is, of course, a very welcomed and valued member of our community. So we hope everybody continues to give Luke the Gooner a warm welcome. Go over, check out his channel and his content. And right now would be a great time to congratulate him because his client just picked up a big W over Austin Theory.
Congratulations, you know, Luke the Gooner.
Fun fact, my real name is actually Luke Ballmer, but they can only get Luke Ballmer on this game. Nice.
Okay, so I found an article from July 9th, 2022. Okay. WrestleZone, as Bill Pritchard. Jordan Grace bought her own weapons for Dot Combat match. Proud of recent BTI work. Okay, so I scroll down here a little bit. Quite proud of her recent work in Impact Wrestling. Highlighted recent battles with Tasha Steelz and Havoc, as well as her Digital Media Championship battle with Matt Cardona. So it is a intergender title.
Digital
cool.
Media. I mean, if they want to have an intergender division, I'm cool with that, right? Yep. It is pro wrestling. It is not a combat fight, so it's different. But
okay, but here we go.
Digital Media Championship.
Yep. Okay, we had 3 really good matches, including the first ever Digital Media Dot Combat match.
Oh, good God!
That was a really fun, creative match we put together. I'd love for fans to watch that too. I could just go on and on, honestly.
Well, please do go on and tell us what it is.
The Dot Combat match featured cell phones, keyboards, computer mice, and other items used as weapons.
What? Oh, come on!
So she tried to kill somebody. Jordan noticed she went out and bought some of the old brick-style Nokia phones that were being auctioned, and then ended up being auctioned off after the bout. Those Nokias, kill somebody with those.
You know what? You know what? I would not have even watched that match.
I'm curious now.
You would be. You would be.
I actually am.
Wow. All right, folks. Well, before Glenola continues to explain to us his predilection for wanting to see people smash each other with keyboards and stick mice up their ass, next match of the evening is a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. It is Austin Furious representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction, taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's been tearing it up over at YTD Academy. Second match of the night. It is showtime and go time. And I'm getting the betting lines open right now. So you're going to have 5 minutes to make your bet. And there we go. Betting lines are open. It's go time. Let's go. Austin Furious from the Weapons of Mass Destruction taking on the Rattlesnake. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's go. All right, so Glenola, please do tell us how you would love to see a matchup where somebody gets smashed in the head by a monitor.
Yeah, I love hardcore matches. I really do, and
I mean I do too. But
this basically seems like a hardcore match, but themed to using computers and phones and stuff like that, rather than your chairs and
tables and things that hurt. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not on board with that. I would not be able to watch that. I would take a hard pass.
I have located the first one. The Matt Cardona, Jordan Grace. Oh, and that's no DQ. I don't know if that's the one.
I don't know. Well, no, because it's a dot combat match. So
yeah. So let me. Yeah. No, this is the right match. It was just originally listed as just a no DQ. Because one of the first comment I see here is, I love the concept of this match, all digital themed weapons. Yeah,
but I want to watch a hardcore match. I want to see sledgehammers, kendo sticks, tables, chairs, ladders, stop signs. I want to see cheese graters. What I do not want to see is a goddamn mouse pad. I don't want to see a keyboard. I want to see tacks. I do not want to see computer chips.
I'll just kind of keep watching a little bit of this, and it's a pretty good match overall.
Feel free, if you're watching the match, hell, do a watch along. Let's go. Tell us what's happening, because now you've got us intrigued.
Oh no, I'm not going to be able to call this.
Don't doubt that.
But, no, I'm going to post it in the Discord. And in this case, just to make
post spam in my Discord.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to put it in no holds barred, just so that everybody can see it easy.
Oh, Exposed Gamer, what's going on, buddy? Welcome into episode number 413. And, by the way, feel free to jump on the broadcast. See now, you are the #1 son of the host with the most. You do have access to the broadcast booth.
Exposed Gamer. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Exposed Gamer.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I've seen him before.
He's just changed his name on a couple of occasions.
No, how you doing, Exposed Gamer? No, I know the name. I just been giving him crap for.
He is #1 son.
He's been around.
He's my oldest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just giving him some crap for never being here.
Ribbit him. This match could work at Taboo Tuesday. Dedrick, how dare you entertain that? Somebody AKO Dedrick, please. I just refuse to get it behind that. But anyway, seeing how we're not talking about anything, I'm going to get back to the dirt sheets here. All right, so this is a Mark Middleton article by WrestlingHeadlines.com, and it's backstage update on Robert Roode's WWE status and future, and of course Roode congratulates his son. So Robert Roode is expected to return to the ring for WWE soon, and he may be switching brands. As noted, Roode took to Instagram at the end of September and indicated that he was dealing with injuries as he posted a photo of South Lake Orthopedics in Birmingham, Alabama. adding that he was heading back home after what he hoped was a successful trip to the facility. Rude also thanked Southlake and Andrew Sports Medicine, which often take care of injured WWE superstars. He attached another photo of the post that indicated he underwent surgery, but he did not elaborate on why he was visiting the doctors or why he has been out of the ring. In an update, a new report from PW Insider notes that Rude was spotted in Birmingham on Wednesday, and word is that WWE officials hope he will be back from his injury soon. And while Rude is listed as a Raw superstar, as of this writing, there has been talks of him working SmackDown when he returns. Now there's concrete word on why Rude was out of action. Rude was aligned with Dolph Ziggler before he went away. He has not wrestled since losing to Omos at the June 25th WWE live event from Amarillo, Texas. And Rude's last TV match was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the April 1st SmackDown. And before that, it was the loss to WWE NXT champion Braun Breaker on the March 22nd NXT show. On a related note, Rude took to Instagram yesterday and congratulated his son Nick Rude on being accepted to the University of Michigan. He tagged the photo of Culver Academics, a college preparatory boarding school in Culver, Indiana. Nick's Instagram notes that he is graduating from the Culver in the class of 2023 and then heads to Michigan to play lacrosse. Well, we'll see if he's as athletic as his dad and ends up in the biz. I was actually reading something, I forget where, and they were suggesting that Robert Roode wasn't even, he was an okay wrestler at best. And I thought to myself, are you related to Vince McMahon? I mean, have you ever actually watched Robert Roode wrestle? You know, he's definitely not. He's not one of those wrestlers you normally hear people say things like that about. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird for me.
I was never really a Rude fan myself, but
I like his glorious gig. I just wish they would turn him full-blown heel and run it and let him loose. But if not, please bring James Storm back. I mean, you were going to anyways, but then COVID hit and everything just took a dive, and he ended up going back to Impact Wrestling, and not sure what he's doing as of right now, but he was in NXT for a bit. It would be great to bring James Storm back and put him with Robert Roode. They would be a fantastic tag team. They were always a fantastic tag team, and they were exciting, and they feed well off each other. I really do think they should do that. And they would be a great addition to the tag team division, not to mention. So,
well, I'll be honest with you. I personally, for James Storm, prefer AMW. You know, America's Most Wanted. I thought that was an awesome tag team.
Yeah, me too. But, I mean, I liked Beer Money, too, though, so. Yeah, America's Most Wanted was awesome. Can you,
Okay, actually, he's in Ohio Valley.
Who's in OVW?
July 7th, 2022, Storm made his Ohio Valley Wrestling debut, where he defeated Mahabali Shira, to become new OVW National Heavyweight Champ. On 27 August, Storm defeated Omar Amir to become the new OVW Heavyweight Champion. But on the October 17th edition, he lost both titles to Cash Flow. So, that, granted, this is coming off of Wikipedia, but there you go. There's where James Storm is wrestling at.
So he's in OVW right now doing things. Interesting. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. That means he's not being looked at right now, at least right now, anyways, by AEW or anything else. So, I mean, he could easily slide back into the company, just like planned before COVID. And like I said, I would love to see Beer Money reform, and I think they'd be a great addition to the... they would do good things. They would tell some good stories in the ring, and it would be fun. But we'll see what happens. All right, what's next? What's going on aside from that? Looks like now this is from about 7 hours ago. Ringside News, and it says the Elite, and if you know who the Elite are, that is the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Says the Elite is set to receive a return similar to Bray Wyatt. God, I would hope not. There was no reason for that. But anyways, it's Amit Shkula. The Elite is one of the most important factions in All Elite Wrestling. The EVPs had an excellent run before it all came crumbling down at All Out following a backstage incident resulting in their suspension. Now they are ready for their return, and it looks like Full Gear is the landing pad. AEW recently started airing vignettes that appeal to the fans, and it looks like the Elite could be back in AEW before we know it. The Wrestling Observer newsletter noted that Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are set to receive a return like Bray Wyatt or even CM Punk, where the fans know it's happening, but it isn't announced. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match from Team Anger Issues TTV, Austin Furious, picking up the big W.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you see that?
Fat Lad.
Yes, Fat Lad did happen to make a bit of an appearance. Like, right there. I mean, it is going to be hard for Austin Furious to deny that when they've even got it on the instant replay. I mean, good luck with that. Good luck with that. But neither here nor there. Weapons of Mass Destruction looking strong tonight, picking up a big W over Stone Cold Steve Austin. So congratulations to the Weapons of Mass Destruction and Austin Furious. Big W heading into not just Tribute to the Troops tomorrow night, but let's not forget that in addition to Tribute to the Troops, a mere 4 weeks away from tomorrow night, the biggest show of the year. The second annual Archiver Slammiversary stream preview is going to light Twitch on fire. And we are going to burn it down for the end of the year. Alright, so I'll issue the payout for that, and we'll move on to the next match. Just give me a moment here. And what were you going to say, Glenola, before I interrupted you there?
I don't remember.
Dare you? Does Gamer ever actually reveal why he wasn't joining us on the broadcast? I didn't actually look. I mean, I'm assuming not, because he isn't on here at the moment, so.
Well, that or he may just be waiting for a chance to say something.
Alright, there we go. Payout has been issued. And I'll get the betting line ready for the next match of the evening. And the next match of the night, a trip to the tag team division. This is a tornado tag team matchup. It is the Judgment Day. Damian Priest and Finn Balor challenging The Fiend and the Nightmare Damien. Together they are the Anarchists. And that is the next match of the night.
And Froggy Mothlegs.
Golden Gamer, Froggy Mothlegs, how dare both of you?
And, let's see, Shrinkpose Gamer said he redeemed a Joke Time. I don't know who that was on.
Fantastic, we'll get to that.
And Froggy says that I nailed it, so I'm assuming it means because he's waiting for a chance for you to shut up so he can talk, but...
Gotcha. Good luck with that. Anyways, opening the betting line now. Who walks out with the W? Is it going to be the Judgment Day or the Anarchists?
I am sure you will be when did you join Weapons of Shadows. I am in bed for
5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting line is open. And it is showtime and go time. The Judgment Day. The Anarchists. Tornado tag team action. Let's go.
Alrighty. Exposed Gamer said he's in bed tonight, but he'll be live for the show tomorrow.
Exposed Gamer, don't forget that we are on YouTube tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our inaugural YTD Academy stream preview. We've never done one before. Very first time. So for anybody that's here enjoying WCW Starrcade, don't forget, and actually could we drop the YouTube link for anybody that hasn't already for some strange nonsensical reason? Click the subscribe button and follow the Archivers over at the Shark Tank. They can now do so tomorrow night. And it is going to be an early viewing. I'm just not sure how early. But we are starting things off early tomorrow night for the very first stream preview for YTD Academy. It is going to be a fantastic evening, an absolute thrill ride when we watch Starrcade and Wrestle Wars challenge the YTD Academy champions and create some havoc all night long. It is going to be a lot of fun. And again, it is the very first stream preview for YTD Academy, and we are paying tribute to the true heroes of the world, those in the armed forces, they are in the Air Force, they are in the Marines, they are out there, and they are saving us from the true villains and scumbags of the world, and we appreciate them. And tomorrow night we're going to pay homage to the soldiers and the true heroes. Again, not all heroes wear capes, and they prove that each and every day, and we appreciate them. And anybody that's part of the Archiverse, if you happen to be somebody that's been in the service or are in the service, we appreciate you and thank you very much for your service. All right. But anyways, on the anarchists polluting up the arena, thank you very much for that.
And you have received a joke time from Joe Link.
Time from Joe Link. Joe Link, what do a blonde and a shotgun have in common? Let's see you Google this one, bitch. What do a blonde and a shotgun have in common, Joe Link? Golden Gamer says, Archer, me love you, Pappy. We love you too, Golden Gamer. A man and his dog are going down the street. The man rode yet walked. Wait, what? The man rode yet walked. What was the dog? Oh, okay, gotcha. I had to read it twice, but I got it immediately the second time. But anyways, Joe Link, the difference... Or, sorry, what do a blonde and a shotgun have in common? Vampire Breeze says you break them at the middle and load them from behind. I mean, that's a good answer, but it is not correct. That is a fantastic answer. As a matter of fact, I almost want to make you VIP for that answer. Those are the vibes. We love answers like that. That is how you answer any question. Joe Link says, not sure. Okay, well, what a blonde and a shotgun both have in common is one pump, and they are both ready to blow. Pump, and they are ready to blow. By the way, anybody that was offended by that, sorry about your damn luck.
Oh, damn.
YT says, I'll let you know what title I want. Tamada. All right, YT, sounds good. You can make that decision anytime you want. Well, I mean, except for tomorrow night. Because you can't challenge a YTD Academy champion, and tomorrow night's a YTD Academy show. Right? You have to challenge somebody from Starrcade or Wrestle Wars. It's a main roster title. But you can choose anybody you like. And that, I mean, you can do it whenever you like. Could be on Wrestle Wars, could be on Starrcade, could be at the year-end show. Archiver's World Championship. Ooh, Tony Stone wants to go big or go home. I like it. YT Shadows, I like it a lot. Wow, look at that. Just like that. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match. From Team Kraken Skulls, the Nightmare Damien and his partner in crime, the Fiend. They are the Anarchists, and they just picked up the big W. Man, oh man, they wasted no time at all in stomping a mud hole in the Judgment Day and walking it dry. All right, I'll get the payout issued for that. Give me a memento. Oh, Exposed Gamer subscribing with that Prime sub. Appreciate that. 9 months of subscriptions. Appreciate that.
To win a channel redemption of your choices, 069. The number to win a YTV championship matches, 0. Why is it only saying 9 months
I mean, if their entrance isn't epic enough, the way they exit the arena just as epic, isn't it? I gotta be honest, I mark out when they do that. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so I'm just issuing the payout. Just give me a momento. Uno momento! Alright, so the winners were Yahi Anarchists. I mean, it's always good when people that can spell make the betting lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yahi Anarchists are the victors. Alright, moving on to the next match of the evening. Here we go. Next match of the night, it is a 6-man tag team matchup. Single fall wins it all. It is the Hart Foundation, led by Team Christian Cool, the Iceman Christian Hart, Brett the Hitman Hart, and of course Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And they are teaming up to tackle the Mega Powers. We have Randy Macho Man Savage, the Immortal Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and of course the Ultimate Warrior. And even though we don't know what he's going to have to say or what he's going to be saying, period, it's always exciting to watch him run to that ring, run circles around everybody, and somehow still win. Will the Hart Foundation be the next victims of the Ultimate Warrior? Will he take all three in at once? Or will the Hart Foundation stomp a hole in the Mega Powers today? What do you guys think? Who picks up the W here?
Well, even though they have to contend with the 32nd man as a partner, I'm going to go with the Hart Foundation.
He's really never going to live that down, is he? It doesn't matter his accomplishments,
How can you
his
not
accolades.
Live down coming in number 30 and getting eliminated in 30 seconds?
Well, fair point. Fair point. Well played. I mean, I don't have a response to that, so well played. There is no getting around that. You came in at number 30. You had one job to do. You shit the bed, got tossed out in 30 seconds. Yeah, you're going to get the run-of-the-mill. And there you go, guys. The betting lines are open, so go ahead and gamble away, you gambling fiends. And here we go. 6-man tag team action. Single fall wins it all. The Hart Foundation and the Mega Powers. Let's go. All right, and Glenola, I don't know if you have a joke to tell or anything, but I must utilize the facilities, so I'm going to be MIA for a few mementos, but I shouldn't be too long. But if you want to entertain the masses while I disappear quickly, drop kick a few people on the way, possibly to the concession stand too. That's a good idea too. Do you want anything on my way back? Would you like some chocolate pudding?
Pick up some coffee for the puppy.
No coffee for the puppy. The puppy is not drinking coffee today. Thank you. All right, I'll be right back.
The numbers, it's as simple as that, and a lot of strength on display here.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you're all having a great night.
Already reaching a fever pitch upon their arrival, and we are just seconds away from a highly anticipated match.
And we're back. As I was saying, I hope everybody's having an awesome night tonight. You know, enjoying the Archiverse. Glad to hear that, Joe Link.
And here we go, a lot of superstars involved in this matchup. Each team is going to look for their competition's weakness. The weakest link on the team will certainly be exposed. The team would be smart to identify their own weaknesses.
And, you know, this will be an awesome match. I mean, really, you know, the Mega Powers, Heart Foundation, you know, what more can you ask for, really?
And he's free. Look at this. Pulled mat slam. Oh my God. What a smash. That is just insulting.
And once Archer gets back, I do have a joke, but I want him here to enjoy it too, so.
Hogan winning that exchange. Fez press. Yes, press. Oh, look at this. Headbutt.
I returned.
Welcome back, Archer. And I decided not to tell the joke until you got back, because I thought you didn't like to enjoy it too.
I would love to hear a joke. Let's go. I have a joke time too, actually, now that you mention it, do I not?
I thought so.
Or is it you? I don't know.
I don't know if I've got one. I know you do.
Oh, I do have one? Okay.
I just had a joke. So.
I already told my joke.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm ahead of the game. Go figure.
Yeah. Lady comes upstairs. Waits for her husband. Goes, honey, your boss just called. You got fired. What? Says, yeah, he called and told me you were fired. Well, tell me what I got fired for? She's like, says you've been hitting on all the girls. Damn it. Maybe a kindergarten teacher wasn't the right job for me.
Wow. Just wow. I don't even know what to say about that. All right, so before I was rudely interrupted by people winning matches, I mean, how dare they pick up a victory in that? I mean, that was bad timing, very poor timing. So, and again, it was ringsidenews.com, and it was the Elite set to receive a return similar to Bray Wyatt. So it says the AEW recently started airing vignettes that appeal to the fans, and it looks like the Elite could be back in AEW before we know of it. And they're going to receive a return like that of Bray Wyatt. It says they made it very clear that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are returning on the show. The match with Penta and Phoenix and Pac makes the most sense, but the latest video gave the impression it was just a return similar to Punk and Wyatt, where they make sure you know what's happening, but it's never actually announced, since the announcers never follow up on any of the videos when they air. Not that this return will have the same results, since they were only gone for 2.5 months. We do know that their return will be similar to Bray Wyatt in the WWE, because everyone knows it's happening. At this point, the company's EVPs were taken off television after a fight broke out backstage following AEW All Out Media Scrum. That seems to be the AEW's plan at the moment, and it seems to be favorable. And AEW fans and stars have shown support to the Elite through the ordeal with CM Punk, so this should happen soon. It will be interesting to see them fight against the current Trios champions, but no one knows how they will return and what will be the storyline around the emphatic return. Yeah, so basically they just told us they have people returning with no plans. I mean, how exciting. Glenola, you must be elated hearing that news.
Oh yeah. But in the words of a great character of the past, surprise, surprise, surprise.
Right? Alright. Oh, look at this. Triple H apparently planning to split up in a WWE tag team. This is from about 3 hours ago. It's ringsidenews.com, and it is Sunil Joseph. It says Triple H made a lot of calls since taking over WWE's creative direction. A few of those decisions reversed previous Vince McMahon's bookings, and it appears that is not going to stop. Robert Roode, who has been out of action due to an injury, is expected to return to the ring soon. His last televised match was in early April. However, a lot has changed since Roode last stepped inside a ring that could affect his position on the card. According to PW Insider, WWE has talked about Robert Roode making his return to the SmackDown brand despite being a Raw superstar at the time of his injury. If that happens, then it's likely that this could mean the end of Roode's Dirty Dogs tag team with Dolph Ziggler. And given that Triple H is in charge of creative now, he may be looking to push Robert Roode as a prominent singles competitor, as they should, by the way, just to put that out there. Like he did in NXT when Roode was the NXT champion, this move could end up being the best thing for him. Despite a successful run in NXT, Robert Roode's transition to the main roster has been underwhelming. Although he is former United States and Tag Team Champion, he still hasn't reached the potential that fans expected from him. We will have to wait and see if this regime could change that benefit for Roode in the future. But what do you guys think about the Dirty Dogs splitting up if that were to happen? Do you guys even care? Were you Dirty Dogs fans?
Personally, I just don't really give a shit, but...
Dedrick says, honestly, none of the four was really that good. Yeah, Kenny was the best of them all. CM is old and can't work long matches, and the Bucks are spot machines. And that basically, that's a pretty good description. They really are spot machines.
Yeah, and, not only is BM Punk old, but he's just a whiny little bitch. So,
Golden Gamer says, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Froggy says, I like Ziggler and Roode a lot individually, but for some reason the Dirty Dogs never got me. No, me neither. Which is weird, because I'll be honest, when I first found out they were teaming up, I actually thought it would work. I thought it would be a good, working tag team, but yeah, I couldn't get interested either. I don't know what it is. Because I really like them both individually. But Froggy said, oh no, I already read that.
You just read that.
Literally just read that.
Oh, but Froggy didn't go on to say they don't suck or anything, just never really cared about the team.
So here's something else from WrestlingHeadlines.com. And it is published by Joey G. And it says, Jim Ross looks back on crazy and illogical booking decisions from WWE Survivor Series 2002. I'm just interested to see exactly what he thought was so ridiculous. So on the latest edition of his Grillin' JR podcast, WWE Hall of Famer and current AEW commentator Jim Ross looked back on Survivor Series 2022. It's funny because the title actually says 2002, so I was, wondering what was up with that. But anyways, when Brock Lesnar lost his first main roster singles matchup to the Big Show, okay, so it is supposed to be 2002, so they're, again, not great with the editing piece, Who was crowned world champion, Ross stated that he thought the booking the match was not only a bad idea, but accomplished nothing in the long run for either man. He thought it was crazy and illogical to even book the match. It is crazy. It's illogical. Why do we need to change the championship? And I wouldn't have booked that match. The match should have never happened. If I had the proverbial pencil, which has the most powerful weapon in all of wrestling on the end, the eraser, I would never have booked it. Again, you protect your attraction. The 7-foot, 500-pound, 400-pound, whatever guy comes up, they don't come along that often. He's an attraction that can't be replaced as far as look and perception and size. He says the match accomplished nothing, so it was crazy. Don't book that match, book another match that Brock can go out and have an athletic contest with. You notice they kept this mess short because they didn't want to overexpose either guy. And to have a title match that goes 4 minutes and one of your biggest stars, who is going to be one of the biggest stars of the company, gets beat in 4 minutes, I don't know what we accomplished. I really don't. And I'll be honest, I'm just going to go out there and say it. He's not wrong with that. I don't think.
No, yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it accomplished anything. Well, I know it didn't accomplish anything because, like he said, long term, it didn't do anything for either man, much less one or the other. So, the Fiend Barry says, "You will let me in, Archer." Froggy says, "Always love to hear good old JR's take." Yeah, me too. Dedrick says, "As fair as Rhodes and Ziggler," he meant to say Rude and Ziggler, "we was talking about Rude and Storm getting back to tag." Yeah, exactly. I would love to see Rude and Storm as a tag team again. I really would. Whatever their iteration, or now that things are different, they could literally be called Beer Money now. They could literally be called Beer Money now. I would be very excited if that were to happen.
Well, I don't know. Can they? Does Impact own the rights to that name?
That's a good question. That's a very good. You make a good point there. Thank you for the shout out, Joe Link. Make sure Joe Link gets a shout out here. There we go. The mod with the most, with a shout out from the host with the most. There you go, Joe Link. A shout out for you, sir.
Oh, now that's actually a decent name. The Rum Runners.
The Rum Runners. Instead of Beer Money, the Rum Runners. All right. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Joe Link. Thank you for performing spot on mod duties each and every show. Appreciate it, even though you're supposed to be working.
But yeah, it'd be something like that, Moonshiners or something,
Moonshiners, there you go. I think Rum Runners is better, but that's not bad either.
I do too. You know, I really do too. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Throwing out other possible.
All right, so here's something else interesting from ringsidenews.com, and it is Subberjeet Mukherjee. Says Triple H changed his mind about pushing the Judgment Day. So Triple H took over as the head of WWE Creative after Vince McMahon retired. Right after that, he introduced a lot of changes, and fans are happy about that fact. However, it seems Triple H is no longer interested in pushing a certain faction. The Judgment Day was introduced as a faction earlier this year with Edge as the leader. Eventually, Finn Balor kicked out Edge and became the leader. Since then, the Judgment Day has remained a mainstay of WWE television. Now, while speaking with Give Me Sport, WrestleVotes talked about Triple H's view on the Judgment Day group, now made up of Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio. WrestleVotes stated that Triple H has changed his mind about pushing the group. He said, I know back in late July or early August, whenever this whole shift happened, from what I was told, Hunter wasn't really cool with the Judgment Day. Not personally, but he just didn't like the idea. But since he's grown behind it, and I think they're going to be around for longer than anticipated. The OC is currently feuding with the Judgment Day, but it seems the feud might not get the development it deserves. Regardless, we'll have to see what WWE has planned for them. I mean, it's one of those things when it comes to the Judgment Day, I don't care if they remain a faction or if they get split up. I don't. I'm not really all that invested in Judgment. I mean, do you guys like the Judgment Day? I don't mind the Judgment Day. I mean, I thought it was weird how Edge starts this faction and then suddenly prematurely gets kicked out. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all the winners of the match by submission. Led by Team Christian Cool, the Iceman, Christian Hart, Brett, the Hitman Hart, and Jim, the Anvil Neidhart. They are the Hart Foundation, and they just picked up the big W. So I'll get the payout issued for that. And there we go. Payout has been issued. All right. So congratulations to Team Christian Cool and the Hart Foundation. Next match of the night. This is our first championship match of the evening as far as, you know, actual championships go for the main roster. The first championship match and the tone-setting match of the night was the Junior Wrestling Championship. Won, of course, by Tony Storm, who will now cash in, and rumors are flying that Tony Stone will be challenging for the Archerverse World Championship. Now, that there is no proof of that as of right now. That is simply rumor mill. There's no proof in the pudding yet. No validification to what I've said. But that is what is being said, is that Tony Stone plans to challenge for the World Championship after he won that triple threat lockdown match earlier tonight. But next match of the night is for the Women's Pure Wrestling Championship. This is a 6-man contest. Single fall wins it all. And, of course, Carmella, the reigning defending champion, putting her title on the line against the Viking. Rose Brewer, Ronda Rousey, Chyna, She-Fiend, a.k.a. Sinister Fiend, and, of course, Nikita the Freak Razor. And I'll get the betting lines open right now for that. But who do you guys think walks out with the gold here?
The Viking, Rose Brewer, the winningest superstar in Archerverse history.
That's crazy to think about, isn't it? But and she really is.
A member of the Wolfpack.
And she is now, of course, a member of the Wolfpack. I mean, the Wolfpack just keeps gaining members. They are like the NWO. They just keep recruiting.
The difference is between the Wolfpack and NWO, the Wolfpack recruits quality, not quantity.
Fair. Fair. All right, so here we go. Who do you guys think walks in with the gold? Is it going to be Rose Brewer, Ronda Rousey, the ninth wonder of the world, China, Sinister Fiend, the Freak Nikita Razor, or the reigning defending champion, Carmella? Women's Pure Wrestling Championship on the line. 5 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. Betting line is open. Showtime and go time for the Women's Pure Wrestling Championship. Let's go. All right. I was just looking to see if there was any other interesting information. Oh, hey, I finally found that. By the way, remember earlier tonight I was actually trying to read an article regarding the World Cup, and for some reason it kept putting an article about Sasha Banks in there for me to read. So I did finally find that article, and it was ringsidenews.com. And again, as spoiler on WWE's plan for a World Cup tournament on SmackDown tonight. Or, well, at this point, last night. So it says tonight, last night, of course, we'll see the first WWE SmackDown show after the WWE Crown Jewel Premium Live event. Tonight is a special night as we will get to see how the World Cup tournament that has been teased for so long will play out. Tonight we will see WWE kick off the SmackDown World Cup tournament. This tournament will consist of 8 superstars who are, as of yet, unnamed. According to Fightful Select, the SmackDown World Cup trophy was scheduled to be on display tonight at ringside. As with anything, plans can change. The SmackDown World Cup trophy was scheduled to be, and I already read that, and I don't know why they have that in there twice. But anyways, after the success of the World Cup tournament at the first WWE Crown Jewel Premium Live event back in 2018, WWE has considered World Cup tournaments involving each brand for a long time now. It appears that they are going through with this idea, but we have no idea what the winner will get yet. SmackDown was chosen as the first brand to test the waters with a World Cup tournament. It remains to be seen what WWE has planned out for its SmackDown World Cup. To get the latest news, of course, stay tuned to ringsidenews.com, and they will update you with any changes or updates they have regarding the matter. But again, I'm pretty excited for that. I can't wait to see how it plays out and what that, what the trophy or championship or whatever they're going to utilize is going to be for the victor.
And hello, Distinct Cone.
Yo, DC.
A special hello to Mr. T.
Wow, welcome in, Mr. T. Appreciate you being here. What's going on, my friend? What's crack-a-lackin'? A very special intro from the great Glenola. I mean, that was unexpected, to say the least. And Mr. T says, Glenola! Nice! Mr. T appreciates the effort.
Had to do it. Been too long.
But anyways, Mr. T, do we have any updates on when we're going to see the great Mr. T in action live over at twitch.tv/The Turret Man? Vincent85, what's going on? Welcome in, and also giving Mr. T a shout-out. A very special shout-out for Mr. T from Vincent. But what's doing exciting, Vincent? Appreciate you being here as always. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's going on in Vincentville? Curlady also giving Mr. T a warm welcome. Thank you, Curlady. Lady Lobster, appreciate you. Vincent says Archer Slack and I subbed an hour ago. Yeah, I've been kind of wrapped up in the lists for the evening. Well, actually, the articles. But thank you for the sub, Vincent. Appreciate that. I would have saw it eventually. And the Turret Man also subscribed for his 18th consecutive month. 18 months as a subscriber to the Archivers. Appreciate you, Mr. T.
Hello, Carlini. How's it going, my friend?
Lady Lobster is in the house. And yeah, Vincent subscribed for his 13th consecutive month, and that was quite a while ago. I don't know if it was an hour ago. That was an exaggeration, Vincent. How dare you? YT has followed for 1 month, 16 days, 13 hours. Froggy, 1 year, 30 days, and 2 hours. As a member of the Fam Jam. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how long you have been following. It matters that you are following and are a member of the community and the Fam Jam. That's all that matters. Time does not matter, just that you're here. Carini says, cone of distinction. All right, so I don't see a whole lot of other interesting news, really, when it comes to the dirt sheets. Not anything I really want to concern myself with anyways. Although, here's something interesting. WWE's Michael Cole comments on what it's like to no longer work for Vince McMahon. And this was from about 23 hours ago. It is WrestlingNews.co. Michael Schrute says, veteran WWE broadcaster Michael Cole appeared on the Pat McAfee show earlier today. Cole talked about McAfee taking a break from SmackDown to do College Game Day. When we had the phone call that night, I was incredibly excited for you because obviously Game Day is Game Day. I hung up that night and it was like I got kicked in my gut because we had developed this amazing chemistry. Then I thought about it for a little bit, and I actually called my wife, and she's like, you're being incredibly selfish here to feel like that. I'm like, yeah, Pat's my buddy, and he's a real close friend of mine, and this is incredible for him. Then obviously we'd talk 24 hours later, and we moved on, and life is good, and hopefully we'll see you back soon. I worked under Vince for 25 years, and I knew nothing else. He was like a second dad to me in many ways. I grew up in the company. It was a shock when it first happened. I think we've all settled in, and we've realized, hey, the show must go on. That's what Vince always said. The show is going on, and we're doing well. Cole was asked if he was worried about the threat near Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel. He said, not at all. There was a threat, but we were in the capital city of Riyadh. We had assurance from a number of different places, including the State Department. And that is all there is to do with that article. JBL reveals...
Set up until next. Miz, you done fucked up. I am now coming for you. I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Stay out of my matches.
The Miz being put on notice by the Wolfman, Alan Severn. In other news, JBL reveals what he told Vince McMahon about a young John Cena. And again, this is ringsidenews.com. It is Subberjeet Mukherjee. So John Cena is a 16-time world champion and carried the company to the best of his abilities for over a decade. He was the face of the company, and Cena worked very hard to maintain his position as well. In fact, even JBL had a lot to say about young John Cena. On the other hand, JBL is a veteran in the pro wrestling world, having started his own journey during the Attitude Era in the late 1990s. Bradshaw had a storied career, winning multiple championships along the way. He also has quite a few interesting stories to tell. Many consider Cena defeating JBL at WrestleMania 21 for the first WWE Championship to be the most John Cena became the face of the company. Or sorry, the moment John Cena became the face of the company. While speaking during an episode of Table for Three with JBL, Booker T, and Rey Mysterio, JBL revealed what he told Vince McMahon when John Cena was still young. He said, Cena from day one, it's different, a different match going from 8 minutes to 30 minutes. 30 minutes is tough. You got to take your own role, and some people can't ever make that transition. I think he may have done longer matches with Kurt Angle first, who's one of the greatest of all time, but if not, then I was the second guy to take Cena for 30 minutes. He was comfortable from day one. I remember Vince asking me, he goes, how is he? And I said, that kid is freaking awesome. I mean, he's that good. And he was, from the get-go, he got into the deep water, and a lot of people just drowned. JBL truly put John Cena over in a huge way in their title match, and Cena will forever be grateful to JBL for all he has done for him in the end. We will have to wait and see when Cena will make his return to WWE television. That's some powerful words from JBL on a young John Cena. All right, here's something that I must have missed from yesterday. So this is from Wrestling Headlines. Mark Middleton, a big update on the Bloodline and War Games. Sami Zayn's WWE SmackDown absence and more. So it looks like the Bloodline will do battle with the Brawling Brutes inside War Games at WWE Survivor Series this month. WWE previously advertised undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn for War Games, but there was no word on who their opponents might be. Tonight's post-Crown Jewel and Veterans Day edition of SmackDown ended with the Bloodline and the Brawling Brutes brawling in the ring. Reigns brought the Bloodline to the ring for what was billed as a special moment from the Tribal Chief after Paul Heyman praised the Usos for retaining over the New Day in tonight's opener. Reigns talked about how it's not easy being his cousin, as he's always acknowledged for his greatness throughout their whole lives. Reigns then said he thought that this moment would never happen, but the music interrupted only to have Ridge Holland and Butch come out. Holland spoke from the stage and said they were tired of the Bloodline playing the numbers game, so tonight they brought backup for Fight Night. The Celtic Warrior then came out and declared that this is the beginning of the end of the Bloodline. Reigns and the Usos laughed at Sheamus and taunted the Brawling Brutes. This led to the Brawling breaking out in the ring. The Bloodline got the upper hand until the music interrupted, and out came Drew McIntyre to even the odds. McIntyre took out the Usos, then met Sikoa in the middle of the ring to get payback for WWE Clash at the Castle. McIntyre beat Sikoa down, but turned around to a big boot to the face from Roman Reigns. Reigns pounded on McIntyre until Sheamus grabbed Reigns from behind. The two faction leaders fought until their partners hit the ring and continued to brawl as SmackDown went off the air. Zayn was not on tonight's SmackDown, and Cole noted that he was off dealing with a personal matter. Zayn was not at WWE Crown Jewel last weekend, as he does not travel to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for WWE events due to religious differences. While not officially announced, it looks like the 5-on-5 men's War Game bout will see Reigns, the Usos, Sikoa, and Zayn versus Sheamus, Holland, Butch, and McIntyre, and one superstar to be announced, perhaps Kevin Owens. Owens and Zayn have been rumored to work together at some point on the Blue brand. As noted, it's possible that Owens first feuds with his best friend and former tag team partner before they decide to reunite to challenge the Usos, which has been rumored. Sheamus has had the last few weeks off as he got married During Halloween weekend in New York City, McIntyre worked Crown Jewel to defeat Karrion Kross in the steel cage match, but he also missed a few shows due to his involvement in Sheamus' wedding. WWE did an injury angle with the Bloodline attacking Sheamus a few weeks back, and it was later said that he was at home with a broken elbow and his arm in a sling. Michael Cole noted on commentary tonight that the storyline elbow injury was healed. WWE Survivor Series War Games premium live event will take place on Saturday, November 26th from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. And of course, if you were to come to the website, you can see a list of the card. And we're not going to run down that card, but and that's about all of the really interesting news, at least I would think, from the dirt sheets for the evening. So, that is it for the dirt sheets. All right, what do we got going on here? Carlini, I'm just going to catch up with the chat here. Punisher is in the house, I see.
And Punisher is on the broadcast.
And Punisher is on the broadcast. Welcome in, Punisher. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to episode number 413.
Thank you. Didn't want to interrupt you.
No problem. The Greg Lanola is also on the broadcast. Let's see here. We're just catching up with the chat here. Cardini says he told him young Cena was handsome. Glenola is just taking a treatment, and he will be back to join us. Punisher, apparently, is what's going on there. Joling says, War Games. Cardini says, Froggy Mouth Legs, I didn't like JBL. Froggy says, tough to like someone who almost bullied an announcer out of the job. Well, he basically did bully him out of his job, actually. Joling says Carmella has been doing great in there. Cardini says that, and I hated the rich business persona of his. He was just an absolute jerk. Joling says, yeah, he really sold his persona. Froggy says, 100% agreed, Cardini. Cardini says Joe hated him. Froggy says, oh, Sheamus got married. How cute. And Cardini says, Froggy, you know who I actually enjoyed as a heel? Froggy would like to know. Joling says, yeah, he wasn't one of my favorite wrestlers. He got better when he was in the APA. Cardini says, Triple H. Froggy says, Triple H is so good. Especially during his time in Evolution. Cardini says, my favorite moment was when he and the boys turned. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, is your new champion. So I'll go ahead and issue the payout for that. Just give me a moment. Wow, you know, I got to tell you, I got to agree with Joe Link because Carmella looked fantastic in there. I actually thought she was going to find a way to retain that title. But Ronda Rousey, changing the agenda for everybody, had different plans and is now the new Women's Pure Wrestling Champion.
Nice.
All right, Ronda Rousey the victor, and there we go. Payout has been issued. And now we're on to the championship rounds and the final three matches of the night.
How have matches gone so far tonight, Archie?
Matches have been fire tonight, actually. I mean, a little quicker than anticipated, I would think. I bet people have not wasted any time. There's been there's been mud holes stomped, and it has been nuts.
Nice.
All right, on to the next match of the night. But again, congratulations to Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the new Pure Wrestling Champion. And the next match of the night for the WCW Women's United States Championship. It is Erica Ann Smith from Team Christian Cool taking on the reigning defending United States Champion Alice Blade. Who do you guys think walks out with the W here? Not just that, who walks out with the WCW Women's United States Championship? Is it going to be Blade or Smith? Who do you guys got?
I'm not guessing anything tonight.
You're not guessing. You're not even going to take that chance tonight.
No. There's a lot going on my side of the house, so I'll probably be bopping in and out sideways.
Gotcha. Well, that happens.
I'm trying to wind down.
Yeah, no doubt. How was the show?
Fantastic. I mean, like, for a live event, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
The evening was fantastic. Me and the wife got the double of everything.
Oh, nice.
Because we had, like, 2 seat, like, since we bought 2 packages of everything, so we got 2 chairs, 2 things to sign, and stuff like that. But it was interesting. Thoroughly enjoyed the night.
That is the most important part. I mean, but it's hard not to enjoy it. I mean, I've been to many live events, and it's always a good time. The atmosphere is always epic.
Well, this was actually my first time in the front row, and our seats were front row. We were quite literally at the stairs.
Nice. Well, my first live event was actually in the town I live in, and I got to meet The Undertaker and the Warlord. The Barbarian was there.
Nice.
Yeah, the Blue Blazer, a.k.a. the Rocket Owen Hart, was there. I mean, it was a fantastic night. But my first pay-per-view that I attended live, I could never possibly forget it because it is the loudest room I've ever been in my life, only rivaled, potentially anyways, by that of WrestleMania 18. But it was WrestleMania 6 live. Well, now it is called the Rogers Center, but it was called the Sky Dome at the time. Most people still call it the Sky Dome because we don't give a crap about the new name. But we don't like the new name. It is the Sky Dome, damn it. But anyways, the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan, champion versus champion, and it was so deafening loud in there, but it was so awesome. And again, it was only the potentially rivaled WrestleMania 18, Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, also in Toronto, also extremely loud. Like, I'm talking so loud, Punisher, when I left the arena that night, I couldn't hear properly for hours. Wow. It was loud. Crazy, but crazy good. So much fun. Man, oh man. But anyways, Punisher, tell us about the show, tell us about the card, who was wrestling, who won, was there any titles on the line? You got lost to share. So, ladies and gentlemen, Punisher, who's a very valued member of our community, and, by the way, should probably be getting ready for bed. He had a long day. Then he went to a wrestling show with his family. Took the time out to come back home and stop by the Archivers TV. So we, first and foremost, thank you for that. But Punisher got to go to a WWE live event today, so he has some stories to share. So, without further ado, take it away, Punisher.
Well, I'm not necessarily how much I'm allowed to give away, because it was actually a live taping of Saturday Night Main Event. So chances are you're going to see me there.
I say give it all away.
Right, I try. Okay, fine. That is what it is. I'll do what I can't remember, because there was one couple of matches I was up at the merch stand and stuff for the kiddos and everything else. Hello, Carlini. But yeah, I mean before everything started, it's kind of a rough start because they told us they sent us an email to tell us to get there around 5 or so. Well, we never got that email, so we were late to the party as is. But when we got there, we got escorted down to ringside, to where we were able to get photos of us on the ring steps and in front of the ring and stuff like that, which was an absolutely cool experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was just gonna say that's a cool experience.
So I took the time. They told us, like, go ahead, slap the mat, touch the ropes, do what you want. And I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yes, I'm going to. Like, that's not an opportunity I get all the time. So, little do
you should have got up on the top turnbuckle and did some sort of like senton bomb or some fucking thing.
No. There were rules. We weren't able to go past the second step, and we weren't able to actually get inside.
Brash heapish. They don't want you crossing over into sacred ground, is what it is, right?
Yeah. I got it. I got that portion of it. So me and the wife, we got our photos taken by the ring, whatever, and then we get to the front entrance where Superstar's gonna come out, and then they guide us to this room in the back where it's like, okay, well, we're going to have you guys sit here, you know, with everything. Superstars are only going to sign one thing or the other, so that way they're not there all night, blah, blah, blah. And the first superstar they brought down, kind of disappointment, but the sweetest lady on the planet. Got to meet Dana Brooke tonight. She is extremely tiny. Don't let the TV...
I know, right? I thought the same thing when I saw it. She looks bigger on TV.
Tiny. She was surprisingly tiny. She is not as buff as you think she would be.
No, I know. I was completely surprised.
So I was thrown off to begin with. And so we get everything signed in our autograph book, or, you know, the little mini belts that they give us. Which, by the way, the mini belts that they handed out isn't like the kid ones. No, it's like a fucking bracelet. It was weird to see.
Like a bracelet?
Yeah! I'll send you photos, because I did take plenty. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Did you get any posters or signs on camera?
I attempted, and unfortunately with the time hack with the kiddos and everything else, and I was trying to get posterage and everything else like that, but I was not able to do so. So I kind of rigged it to where in my autograph book, I put TAV Wrestling, and I put on the bottom, I love you, Archer. And every now and again, I would take that book and put it right over the barricade in hopes that the camera would pan across and you would see it. So
that's awesome.
So hopefully in this stream, you're going to see in my autograph book, TAV Wrestling, I love you, Archer. I swear to God, if it's there and it stays there,
that would be badassery.
I am definitely going to, like, bust my ass off laughing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
True that. So with the time hack that we had, I tried everything I could, but that's what we came out with. You can, you know, thank my wife for that one, because I was like, oh shit, like, he's gonna be pissed, because I told him I would do everything I could to try and get this out, and I've got nothing. I've got nothing to go off of. So I'm sitting there waiting for this whole meet and greet. She's like, well, why don't you just put it here? And if he's mad, then too fucking bad, I guess. And I was like, damn.
I mean, I would never be mad. My only hope, honestly, any member of my community, my only hope would be that you guys had a great time. That would be my only hope. I mean, everything else is just a bonus, right? If that were to actually happen or take place.
Right,
so
right. And it turned out that it seemed to be awesome because, you know, Matt Riddle and everything else, they came over by us, you know, slapped our hands and signed stuff for us or whatever. Well, the lady next to us, it happened to be her birthday. So all the superstars saw it was her birthday, and every single one of them broke character to tell them happy birthday. So seeing that portion of it was kind of kind of different.
Yeah,
Everyone
it would be.
had a
Yeah.
character and stuff
What
like
was your what would you say your what was your favorite? Not necessarily to do with the match. I mean, you can tell us at some point that too. But what was your favorite moment or experience during the evening? Would you think?
Honestly, the meet and greets were kind of, you know, I'm not going to say they were underwhelming, but they set it up to where we saw Dana Brooke and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Anything that I was disappointed about wasn't anything that actually happened at the show. It was actually kind of the disappointment that I was debating on whether or not I wanted to take my title belts to get signed. But I have the Eagle belt and the old Intercontinental
Really?
belt. Huh?
You have the Eagle belt? Which Eagle belt?
My brother got it for me for my birthday a couple years ago.
Is it the big winged eagle or is it the Shawn Michaels Eagle belt?
No, it is. It's the big Eagle belt that I do believe the Ultimate Warrior had worn, because I got the purple strap with it too.
Yeah, so that's the same one that Michaels would have held, Bret Hart, people like that.
Yes, that's my favorite. That's my favorite design. I
like it, but my favorite design will always be the winged belt they used for remember when Triple H came back?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked the big winged belt. I like that one.
Yeah, but mine's the old school that Ultimate Warrior was wearing and stuff like that. So if you ever look at my videos, and if you
it's probably most people's favorite, I would think.
Right, and if you see me in my videos, I don't tend to sit still. My anxiety won't let me sit still. So I kind of sway back and forth to where, you know, in the back my belts are shown, and you see WrestleMania 6 poster in the back, because that's my favorite WrestleMania. That's what got me addicted to wrestling. So, actually, other than that, I ended up not bringing it because it didn't make any sense for them to sign my belts. Like, none of them would have actually held this certain belt, and none of them would have held the old IC belt. So it didn't make any sense to me as to why I would bring it.
Gotcha.
Everyone else was bringing theirs, and as soon as, like, later on throughout the night, I ended up crying a little bit. I'm like, I should have brought it.
I mean, but was there anybody there that you would have wanted to sign? Like, because you're going to want, if anybody's going to sign your championship belt, you want it to be somebody that's at least held the belt.
Yes. The Intercontinental one, I kind of wish that if I knew after I was meeting Kofi Kingston, I would have had him sign it.
Yeah.
And I
good point.
Okay with that, but I
definitely would have had him sign it.
But when they're having, like, when they don't tell you who you're going to meet.
Wow. Got to cut you off for one moment, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. That is all. The winner of the match by submission and new WCW Women's United States Champion from Team Christian Cool, Erica Ann Smith, your new champion. And I'll issue the payout for that. Just give me a moment. And we'll, of course, we'll get back to Punisher stories in just a moment. Big win for Erica Ann Smith. Congratulations to Team Christian Cool. Could we get a shout out for Christian Cool, please? And there we go. Erica Ann Smith, the victor. Payout has been issued. Big win over Alice Blade. And now the holder of that beautiful new Women's United States Championship. Congratulations to Erica Ann Smith. All right, here we go. Next match of the evening and the co-main event of the evening. It is Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza taking on the Wolfpack, War of the Machine, and the Omega. Marshall Omega, and as you can see, they underwent a bit of a repackaging or a bit of a wardrobe change, at very least, I guess you would say.
Nice.
And I gotta be honest, I think they actually look scarier now. Yeah, I mean, if they weren't already scary enough, laying waste to the division, collecting championship upon championship, and now they just look. I mean, I'm not going to sleep tonight, and we have to blame Team Wolfpack for that.
Sleep's overrated.
Sleep is overrated. I do agree. I can sleep when I'm dead. Fair point. Well played. All right, so the next match of the night, it is for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Can Carrillo and Garza dethrone the Wolfpack?
Nice.
Yes or no? What do you think? I'm going to get the betting line open right now. You'll have 5 minutes to make your bets. But who's walking out with the gold?
I'm going to go Wolfpack as much as I don't like to say it.
I mean, who wants to admit that they're going to win? Oh, and just like that, he slithers right back in. Mr. Finer Than Frogs here. Slithers in like a snake. All right. Give me one momento, and I don't know how much.
Punisher?
I was just going to say I didn't know if you knew Punisher was here or not, or how much you've been listening. But Punisher's sharing some stories about his
I've been enjoying
eventful
them.
evening.
The first match was a banger. They opened up with the Intercontinental title on the line with Sheamus and Gunther.
Gunther, how dare you?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Betting lines are open. You guys do have 5 minutes to make your bets. And it is now showtime and go time for the co-main event of the evening for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Angle and Ola and Punisher, just while you continue your story for a minute, I'm just going to run and grab myself a drink. My throat's getting a little dry, and I'm on E as far as substance that quenches thirst. So I'll BRB.
You have fun having your coffee.
Yes, well, that too. Be right back. How dare you laugh? Gaslight.
It's not my
Somebody ban Punisher, please. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck. But no, they opened it up with an Intercontinental title match between the two. It was a fairly entertaining match, and then they tried to get it out on a no DQ, and Sheamus, I'm not sure if they're going to show it on TV, but essentially pretty much called him out, saying this is how, that's how you're going to win the match, or be a heel, pretty much be a jackass, you're not a champion, blah blah blah. Well, why don't we make this into a 6-man tag? And then all of a sudden it was, what do they call it now, the Bruton Brothers or something like that? I can't remember the faction. I'm not really up on today's factions all that much, but it was them and Imperium went into a 6-man tag, and it was decent. It was all right. The crowd was really into it. Can't remember what else there was. There was a triple threat match for the United States title. It was Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, and Matt Riddle. And Riddle is a cool dude. Like, I don't care what anyone says about his 420 habits. The man is fucking amazing to see live, because he'll break character outside of the ring and stuff like that and talk to the fans. It's pretty funny to actually listen to. I got to see Theory. Can't remember who. Oh, he went against Kevin Owens tonight. That was interesting. The match that I missed because I was at concession stands and I'm very upset about it was AJ Styles and Asuka in a mixed tag match with Rhea Ripley and someone else. Can't remember right offhand, but Damian Priest. I missed that match because I was at the concession stands. I was kind of depressed because Rhea Ripley's, I don't care what anyone says, Rhea Ripley is one of my favorite female superstars. And then one of the fans actually got kicked out at like the third match of the night. It was Karrion Kross. Yeah, it was Karrion Kross. Oh, and who was he going up against? Oh, he was taking on Drew McIntyre tonight. And one of the fans actually threw their drink, like a margarita or whatever, at Scarlett at ringside.
Oh, wow.
And you just, we look over, and I shit you not, you just see margarita or a frozen drink just go down the back of Scarlett. And kudos to Scarlett for being professional enough to just kind of shake it off and do her thing. But that fan got thrown the fuck out. and I felt bad, not for the person that threw the drink, but because we look over and this dude, his girlfriend, wife, or whatever, and his little kid.
I have returned.
Everybody got kicked out.
What happened?
So due to that asshole, his kid could not experience the WWE Live because they thought it would be smart to throw a margarita or whatever all over Scarlett.
Oh, yeah, I read something about that. That was actually, there's an article about it. Here, just a second. Before you continue your stories, I literally just saw something about that. Yeah, right here. Fans ejected for throwing drink at Scarlett Bordeaux during WWE Live event, and this is the very event that Punisher was attending.
It was.
This is ringsidenews.com, and Muskin Sharma, I don't think we've read any articles from him before, but it says
100% accurate.
It says in Triple H's version of NXT, Scarlett Bordeaux attracted a lot of attention as Killer Kross's valet. Since her return with Kross, things have been looking good. However, an incident this time made her the subject of news. During a recent WWE Live event, a fan threw a drink at Scarlett Bordeaux, and they were promptly ejected for their trouble.
There was no probably.
Yeah, it says a fan threw a drink at Scarlett Bordeaux during the WWE show in Peoria, Illinois. Security was right on them, and several fans were ejected. It is unclear if charges were filed at this time. According to one story, it happened during the bout during Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre, during which several spectators were expelled and police were summoned. Preston Sloat reported on the situation in a message from his Twitter account. "We are right behind them. It was the lady with them that threw the drink, and they took her away first and then came and got her family, who looked embarrassed to be associated with her. They didn't cuff the man, just asked him to leave."
It got pretty heated.
No doubt.
No. There is not a doubt. Like, the man actually...
It says Scarlett was allegedly unhappy as the contest reportedly went on as scheduled. According to the account, water was thrown at her. Scarlett was just really pissed. The security guard told the guy he needed to go and wouldn't. They went to get the cops and cuffed him while the match continued. There is no information regarding charges being brought, but we'll give an update if and when it does.
Well, here's your update. Okay, part of that is wrong. The guy did not get cuffed. The guy the man, there was threats about it.
Right.
Because the family, we heard the security guy from at least 25 feet away at a WWE Live event. So that'll tell you how loud the security guy actually was at this. Okay, I looked over as soon as this shit happened. I'm not sure what induced it. I don't care what induced it. But kudos to Scarlett for showing her professionalism on that. Because as soon as that shit hit her back, she continued on doing her thing. And then everybody in the front row who was part of that section just looked over just to see what was going on. Nobody cared what was going on in the ring at that point. And I feel sorry for Kross and Drew because they were fucking lighting it up tonight. And we look over, me and my wife, and we just see what looked like margarita. It wasn't water. I promise you that.
Margarita?
Yeah, it was a frozen drink. I can promise. It looked like a margarita from a distance. And it was all over this. It was all over the mat. It was all over everything on our side of, like, our side of the ring. And the lady had no problem getting up, get kicked out. That wasn't the issue. The family, though, the family's the one that had a little bit of a stink. I'm not sure if it was because of it was him and his son. I don't know, but you could hear the security guard tell him, "If you do not get out, we will arrest you right here on spot." And that's when he got up and just up and left. And they were still dealing with the issue at intermission when everyone went up to get food and everything else. Because the cops were like right there in front of.
Wait! Hold on. How dare you mention getting food and not tell us what you got?
Oh, I didn't get food. I went to the merch stand.
Oh, you went to the merch stand. I thought you went to get food.
No, everybody at intermission, they went to get drinks and stuff like
that. Oh,
that.
okay.
I had a Coke, but I mean,
he had a Coke and a smile.
Yeah. But after that, everything was kind of smooth sailing. I almost beat the shit out of someone's parent at the merch booth.
People at merch booths are always. It's an that part of the experience is always aggravating.
Well, see, I
no matter what event you go to, it's always aggravating. I don't know why that is.
See, and the portion is I don't have a problem with screaming kids. Kids are fine. Okay, I get it. The kids are excited. They're seeing their favorite superstars. It's part of the experience. They're getting their merch. There's stuff like that. But what I had a problem with was like this dude kept on yelling at his son right behind me. And he's like, "Oh,
I hate that."
You, blah blah blah. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And if it weren't for my wife being on my right hand side, kind of calming me down, I probably would have been in jail right along with that dude who threw the fucking water or whatever. Because I don't have a very good tolerance when people try and act like they're gonna beat the shit out of their kids in front of everybody at a live event. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let the kids. They're fucking kids. Let them be kids. They're excited. They have no patience for lines. I get it.
Curlini says, "Archer, I want to fight Glenola. You want Adrian Adorable to challenge Alan Severn?" I mean, Glenola, do you want to drop the Discord link and then Curlini can drop that match and matchup requests?
Nice.
I'll tell you what, and of course.
Or Glenola can put it in there for you.
Right. There was one match I missed this evening that I just I didn't want to, but the wife wanted food, and I gotta please the wife.
What kind of food did she get?
Honestly, she wasn't all that hungry.
Did she get nachos?
No, with her, we had eaten beforehand, so we really weren't that hungry. But she wanted something to drink, so she's like, "Oh, she just got a water that cost me like $5."
Glenola, put it in! Glenola, put it in! I mean, I could take that a few different ways, Curlini.
I know!
I mean...
And that's the funny thing, and here's the funny part. I'm going to tell you a funny story after I get through all the match card and everything else, so you guys can go see it yourselves. But when we were at the merch stand, they had a mixed tag match with AJ Styles and Asuka, and Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley.
Thank you for dropping the YouTube link, Joe Link. Appreciate that.
I know Rhea Ripley isn't everyone's bag, but she's one of my
I like Rhea Ripley actually a lot.
She's one of my favorite superstars.
You know what's funny about that is when Rhea Ripley first started out, I couldn't stand her. I thought she had zero charisma. She had the personality of a gnat. But then I noticed that she was really good in the ring, and I liked her. Just her presence is kind of intimidating, and then I started to notice that she was continuously not only getting better on the microphone, but she was also continuously improving and adding. I don't know if anybody knows, but she's always adding moves to her repertoire. Good luck finding a Rhea Ripley match that's the same, because she has so many different moves in her repertoire. It's crazy good. But yeah, I became she sold me.
Well, it was funny. Well, we got our stuff and we finally got back down to our seats to where we caught the end of the match. So it wasn't a complete loss. I still got to see her, just not a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the lady who was her birthday was trying to get all the superstars to sign her little "It's My Birthday" sign. Well, Rhea Ripley stopped straight dead in her tracks, saw that side, stared this chick right in the face, and she stayed in character the whole time. And she's just like, "You think I'm gonna sign? You think I'm gonna sign that for you? Ha ha ha! Good luck." And I'm dying. I'm laughing over here on the right-hand side because
that's awesome.
Right after she said it, she gave this woman the fucking crotch trap to tell her to suck it and walked on. I'm just like, oh my god. I just witnessed that live, and I'm never going to be able to get that out of my brain.
Wow.
Yeah. There are a couple other ones. Like, the main event was the Usos and their cousin facing the New Day and Braun Strowman.
Solo Sikoa, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the New Day made...
Now, is he their cousin or is he their brother?
I want to say it's his cousin. That's something I would have to look up.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if he was their cousin or if he was their younger brother. I know he's Roman Reigns' cousin. That I know. But
yeah. But after that, I'm not sure if it was main event time. But there's like it was them and Uso, blah blah blah. Well, New Day ended up making Jimmy break character because it took them at least 5 minutes to get the match even started.
Because it started a brawl?
Kofi Kingston was just twerking all over the fucking place.
It's a dance-off.
With the trombone and everything. And you just see Jimmy just start laughing a little bit because he went all fucking out. Like, he was ring fucking the ring. Like, it was bad.
DC has hit the self-destruct button.
Aw, damn it.
And Archer, there's 2 matches made in the Discord.
Is there? Okay.
Carlini wanted Glenola versus Adrian Adorable, so she's facing both Wolfman versus Adrian Adorable and War versus Adrian Adorable.
Damn.
Wow.
Unless we want to do it as a handicap and put both in there.
I was going to say, we'll just have it a traditional handicap so they have to tag in and out.
But no.
I mean, to be fair, Carlini asked for it. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all the winners of the match, and still the WCW World Tag Team Champions from Team Glenola, War the Machine, and the Omega, Marshall Omega. They are the Wolfpack. And Team Night the Undying and Team Glenola continue their path of destruction in the tag team division. So congratulations to both teams and congratulations to the Wolfpack. Look at the ref. Look at the ref. He's like, I'm out of here. Have your goddamn belts. I'm gone.
That ref has a reason to be scared, though.
Right.
Because there was a War did a pin, and it took at least a 6 count before that ref even started to count.
Ah, so he knows he's in some hot water.
Okay. It must be a thing with refs tonight, because even in Peoria, that ref was...
Okay, that is not funny, Glenola. That is not funny. There was no need for setting the turnbuckles on fire. I do not approve.
Yeah, much need to set things on fire.
That,
Fire's good.
That is not okay. I mean, the liabilities. All right, so I'll issue the payout for that. Give me a second while I do that.
And Puncher, I forgot you were that close to me.
Where are you at?
I only live about an hour from Peoria.
Oh, you live in Springfield?
No, I live in Galva.
I've heard of Galva.
Yeah, it's
I've heard of Galva.
What? It's not like I go. It's not like I just randomly go to fucking cities.
Yeah. There's a, but it's 10 minutes from. I'm 10 minutes from Goods Furniture, which I'm sure you've seen plenty of commercials for.
This far, I mean, like, I try to avoid commercials like the plague, but probably. Yeah. But no, I was fairly close. But to answer your question, the best part of the night for me, I actually made 2 kids' night tonight.
You made 2 kids' night?
I did. when Riddle was leaving after his match, he was signing everybody on our side, our autograph books or whatever we wanted him to sign.
Right.
Well, there was this kid behind me. I guess he was trying to push his way up to where he could get something signed by Matt Riddle, and I noticed it, and I kind of ripped that page out of my autograph book and gave it to the kid. So
nice.
Wow.
So that way he could have it.
He must have been super excited.
Oh, his parents were very appreciative. So
fantastic.
They thanked me at least 50
just to interrupt you real quick, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening for the WCW World Championship. The Wolfman, Alan Severn, Bishop B. White, and the man called Drek putting his title on the line. This is a Tornado Trap. Once they enter the squared circle, they cannot leave until somebody is left the sole man standing in the ring. Who is it going to be? Who is walking out of there as the WCW World Champion? Will it be Severn, White, or Dedrick?
Dedrick.
The Wolfman.
Of course.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we sort of knew. No, we thought you were going to go with Drek. I mean, that is shocking, Glenola. Shocking.
No shocker there.
Right? I mean, the element of surprise.
AMCB.
AMCB in the house. Can we get a shout out, please? We already did. Never mind.
Already done.
Fantastic. Appreciate that.
She got a double shutout.
Right.
She did get a double shout out. Welcome in, Sister Sassy Pants. It's new and exciting. What's going on? AM, my partner in crime. Of course, Archer and AM have not been doing much in the terms of intergender tag team matchups these days, but all right, here we go. The betting lines are already open, and it is showtime and go time for the main event of the evening for the WCW World Championship Tornado Trap. The Wolfman, Bishop B. White, and the man called Drek. Let's go.
No, but the last story of the evening, my anxiety kind of kicked in because there's this at the end, Braun Strowman and all the other tag teams were going around the ring signing autographs, shit like that, and I made friends with the security guy that was sitting right next to me.
Right.
Because he was telling me, he was asking me questions about what was going on. He's like, well, what's the difference between, a singles match and a triple threat? And it's like, well, I mean, the triple threat, if whoever wins out of the three, I mean, they leave with the belt or stuff like that. And he was asking me about, like, pin counts and shit like that. So me and him got tight before the end of the evening. So this random-ass dude just comes up from behind me and just sneaks his way right in front of my fucking seat.
What?
This dude was not small, and he smelled like dirty cheese.
Oh, that's lovely.
So, I look over at my wife, I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? And this jackass has enough nerve to look back at me, he's like, oh, I'll just be here for a minute. I was like, I don't give a fuck if you're there for 30 seconds.
And for anybody that just come in, Punisher's telling us stories about his journey tonight at a WWE live event. It was quite the journey. A lot happened. Some of it is literally trending worldwide right now, some of the things that transpired at this event. But Punisher did attend this event with his wife and was there to see everything that happened and more. So he's telling us about his evening.
Behind the scenes was fucking awesome. I tell you what. But no, like, this dude came up from behind me. I'm like, okay, fine, no, you're fine. And the security guard looked at me. He's just like, is he in your way? Is he kind of bothering you? Like, because if he is, I'll tell him to get the fuck out. And I'm just like, no, he's fine. I get it. It's the end. Everybody wants their last second autograph or some shit like that. So I scoot over in front of my wife because my wife, she's a lot more passive aggressive than I am.
Right.
I'm just aggressive.
I'm just aggressive.
And
I'm like, fuck it. Shoot first, ask questions later. Let's go.
That's exactly right. And before I could say anything too derogatory to this asshole, my wife kind of grabbed my hand and she's like, "It's all right, calm down." I was like, "All right, it's cool." Because my anxiety started getting to me a little bit. Because as soon as that jackass came up, there started more. Like, deal with me, that's fine. But you don't ask to get in front of my wife. You don't do that. Like, my wife's the one that got these tickets for us to enjoy the evening, and I'll be damned if there's going to be anybody that's going to step all over my wife. It happened. So, I told them, like, no, that ain't happening. But then I saw this little kid, he wanted an autograph from the New Day. And I had already gotten their autograph, earlier on in the evening. So I really didn't need it. I didn't want it. So what I did is I explained to him, like, hey, this little kid wants your autograph. I know I already got it. Could you sign this hat? Because along with our package, there was like a hat, a mini title. There was a lot that came into it. So I'm just like, you know what? They signed the hat, and I just put this hat on this kid, and the kid just walked on. He saw his favorite superstars, the kid walked away happy as shit because he got something signed by the New Day.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
So I looked at my wife, and I'm just like, well, because I didn't want her mad over the decision of me giving away my stuff. She's like, no, I'm not mad. It's like, I flat out told him, I was like, because the person that ended up getting the Matt Riddle signature from me, I walked past him again, and they, for whatever reason, they thought it would be necessary to thank me again before I left. So I'm just like, you know what? They're going to be wrestling fans long after I am dead and gone.
Yep, true.
So this is something that that kid's going to remember and stick with wrestling and realize that not everybody in the community is a complete asshole. So
yeah, you literally helped build a memory for that kid.
Yeah, so the kid was ecstatic about getting the autograph, and I ended up paying $20 for an autographed photo of Matt Riddle anyway. So either way, it all worked out.
Wait, hold on. You paid $20 for a Matt Riddle?
Hey, whoa.
Autograph.
It was at the merch stand, okay? I had already gotten it, but like I said, I gave that to the little kids, so...
Yeah.
Hey, I got to touch his, I got to talk to him a little bit and have that little bit of interaction before he stepped in the ring, so...
Did you? Yeah, well, that's cool.
I did. Like I said earlier, Matt Riddle is a fantastic dude, and he broke character with...
I know one thing, he's got to clean up his image a little bit after that whole text message incident and all that bullshit that happened with him.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, it went across social media. It was awful. Like, some of the things he was saying to that woman in the... I was like, holy jumpins'. But
he did a fantastic... He was fantastic this evening.
Yeah. Well, I don't disagree. He's an amazing in-ring performer. I just, some of the things he's getting known for when it comes to the ladies is a little disturbing, so he just needs to clean that up a bit, and I think he'll be all right. But
yeah, that was pretty much.
He's young.
That was pretty much my evening in a nutshell.
Sounds like a good night.
Oh yeah, and we got home. We picked up our kids, and Little Pun isn't feeling all that great, but he doesn't want to fall asleep. I'm not sure if it was like something bad he ate at dinner or whatever, but it didn't agree with him, and it's forcing itself out of his body. So.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I deal with that.
I mean, that's not a fun way to end the night at all.
Oh no, but here's the part that did make it is. My wife and I ended up getting like little mini titles. It's like fake leather and whatever, like little SmackDown championship belts that we got for the kids. And
you did get some belts for the kids?
I did.
Like the wristband ones or the actual belts for kids?
No.
Because I know we were talking about both at one point, so I...
No, the little wrist thing was just really for like...
Jesus Christ, I gotta tell you, Bishop B. White is fucking tearing down the house in there.
Right. the wristband thing, that was really for the VIPs or stuff like, or something like that for us. So they're not touching those because we actually got them autographed by Dana Brooke and the New Day.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
They're not allowed to touch those, but they did have, you know, the kitty ones that's just like fake leather. They screw the little plates into them or whatever.
Yep.
It's like Target Plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little better than a Walmart belt.
Yeah, and we got him those, and my daughter, she knew that we were gonna get her surprises and stuff like that anyway. So we got home, and before we went to bed, we got them their belts, right? Fucking ecstatic. My son, he put that damn thing on around his waist, and he didn't want to take it off for bedtime.
Right on. I mean, that's awesome, though, you know?
Like, he put on the hat, because we got two of the hats, so one isn't, it just isn't autographed. And my son put the hat on the couch, has the belt wrapped around his waist, and he was falling asleep with that stuff on. And I'll share that picture with you in Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should share that picture for sure.
But no, we ended the night on a unsatisfactory throwing up of the child. But
well, what do you do?
I mean, there's really not much that I could really do on that point. And at that point, it's just like, okay, whatever he doesn't, whatever disagreed with him, it's coming out. That's the only thing that we could really do. Like, just keep an eye on him. And he was trying to use me as a scapegoat to try and stay awake.
Right.
He was like, I want Daddy. Like, you don't want fucking Dad. You want me to get you to stay awake. That's it. But I'll drop a couple of pictures of my little man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Or if you have other pictures you can share as well from the event you want to post in there, go right ahead. Feel free to share those with the community.
Well, see, and here's the thing: is like security kept on getting mixed messages between what WWE's security wanted and what was okay, because they're just like, okay, you could take photos, but you can't take video. I'm just like, well, everyone else here is gonna take the fucking video. I don't know what the problem is. I'm like, I don't. So I try and defuse the situation between one of the fans and security guards, because they're just like, oh, well, we've been doing it all night. I'm just like, okay, you gotta understand, this is a taped event. Like,
right.
They're probably thinking, okay, once this gets out to social media, the surprise factor isn't going to be there, blah, 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 take all the pictures you want, but we just don't want video. I'm just like, I didn't give a shit.
God damn. Drek violently threw Severn to the turnbuckle there. Did you see that? That was vicious. And then he got that ghastly mist in the face. I gotta tell you, that is disgusting. I'm always repulsed when anybody does that. You can call it mist, whatever, you name your cliche. At the end of the day, you are spitting in a motherfucker's face. And that is gross. Yuck. But anyways, go ahead. I just had to say that.
I got a little news for you, Archer.
Okay.
This is from Pro Wrestling and MMA News on my Facebook, off of Facebook.
Bring it.
Tyrus has defeated Trevor Murdoch and Matt Cardona to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Nice. Very cool. We'll have to watch that, because we can watch that on YouTube.
So, I happened to see that, and I figured I'd let you guys know.
That's awesome. I really like what Matt Cardona has done since leaving his Zack Ryder persona behind, you know what I mean? And my hope is that if he does get another run in WWE, they just let him come back as Matt Cardona. Just let him come back as Matt Cardona. Oh, he just tapped out the champion. Severn tapped out the champion. It is down to White and the Wolfman here. Holy shit!
Guaranteed a new champ.
Wow, could you imagine if Severn becomes double champion here? Because he is already the YTD Academy Submission Wrestling Champion. If he can win the WCW World Championship, wow. the leader of the Wolfpack. Looking good in there right now.
And that was
Joe Link has dropped some tiny little beautiful gems all over the floor. How dare you? I mean, somebody's going to have to clean that up. I mean, that is, look at it. Wow. And Bishop B. White taps out Alan Severn, the winner of the match by submission and new WCW World Champion from a team. Actually, he is from Team Titan G, but he is also part of the Public Enemy with Eddie D. Terror, who represents Leo the King, and Team Boss Apollo's Demon Razor. Bishop B. White, your new WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Wow.
You know, Archer, they say the memory is the second thing to go.
Good God, I couldn't spit that out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all for episode number 413 here at the Archiverse. We'll see you guys tomorrow night over at the Shark Tank on YouTube for the very first ever stream preview on YouTube for YTD Academy, Tribute to the Troops. And it's going to be around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So you don't want to miss it. Make sure you set an alarm, put a sticky note on the fridge, put it on the roof, put it on the ceiling of your bedroom. I don't care where you put it on the rear view mirror of your car. That way you know that tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going live on YouTube for Tribute to the Troops. Yes, Glenola.
I was going to say there was a Target the Invasion, 00 _ Calcifer _ 00.
Well, then you're going to have to refund that because I am invading somebody that we have never invaded before. Somebody that isn't even on my followers list. It is a random, and they are also streaming WWE 2K22. So we're going to stop by, say hello, and have a good time. Let's get going. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. Please get the fuck out. We'll see you tomorrow night on YouTube. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Can't do it. We could not do it. So, you live in fucking Canada, bud. God damn it, what the fuck just happened?